All right, this is my review for The Housemaid. Interesting enough, most of the time when I see movies, I don't do my review the same night. I wait like a day or two. I have to absorb it sometimes. But I can't go to sleep without doing my The Housemaid review. Interesting enough, because this movie was insane. I love this movie. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I'm not hiding the lead. I love this movie. If you see this review and you want to go to a movie that feels like you don't know what's gonna happen and you don't know anything about The Housemaid, I'm pretty sure it's a book series or what may it be, but I didn't know anything about it except for the trailer. I think the trailer did a very big disservice to the film because the trailer I saw felt like it was just a run of the mill, housemaid falls in love with the husband kind of deal. And here's the thing, I don't like when trailers show everything. That first trailer, I feel like it gave away everything. But little did I know, it really didn't. It really did not. There's so much more to this movie. This movie, I'm talking fast because I just have a lot on my mind, but the point is, this movie is almost like 5 movies in one. There's a lot of twists and turns, and I was loving all of it. Excuse me. It has mystery, it has suspense, it has almost a horror to it, a lot of drama, and it was thrilling and suspenseful. The whole movie, I was engrossed in this whole film. And what I will say is this: Sydney Sweeney's awesome. She is a great actor. Okay, she's a great actress. If you've seen the movie Eden, check it out. She was in this film Eden this year, which is also really good. And she was in this film called Christy. She's a very great actress. Some people want to hate on her because she's like the it girl right now. But the point is, I think she's a great actress. And it was funny because when this movie first started, I said, oh, maybe she needs to have her agents pick better projects for her or something. But that's how I was feeling in like the first like 2-3 minutes when I thought it was like a cookie cutter kind of thing, and it was just gonna be I was a very predictable story with her falling in love with this guy and that was it, and then she was gonna fight the wife at the end. That's basically what I thought. But no, this was a good project. This was a very good project, and she still got to do a little bit of ranges and acting, not too much in this one, but it was great. It was great. And then freaking Amanda Seyfried, she was awesome too. Like, the acting was great. Oh my god! And the guy who plays her husband, he's great. He's great. And it's funny. Oh, you know what I kept thinking about when I was watching this movie? Her husband he's such a good guy to her, and then first of all, Amanda Seyfried, she has these crazy girl eyes, and I'm like, oh my god, like. All I'm gonna say is her husband is like basically the perfect husband. He looks amazing. I'm not gonna spoil anything. All I'm gonna say is watch the movie if you want to find out if he's good or bad or if she's crazy. But all I'm gonna say is he reminds me of Bruce Wayne. I'm watching him. He talks. He has a smolder. He could be Batman, honestly. But on another note, no, I have to talk about this more. This man is Bruce Wayne. He's Bruce Wayne. Her husband is like the way he's dressing, the way he's talking. I have to talk about this because I couldn't get it out of my mind when I was watching it. I'm like, yo. Sometimes I watch movies and I'm already in pretty good shape, but sometimes I watch certain movies and I'm like, I want to keep on working out and I want to make sure that because obviously I'm pretty sure he's like, I don't know how old he is, but the point is, he's in great shape. His arms is like, I know the actors get paid to do certain things to look a certain role for role, but I don't care. Like, it still takes discipline. So I'm watching this guy. I'm like, damn, like this man is like, he's a man. I'm like, damn, I gotta work out more, get my traps up. Like, I was like, damn. And the reason I was looking at him like this is because most of the film he's in straight tank tops and he's super tall and his jawline is literally Bruce Wayne. He has this Bruce Wayne look to him, and like I was so distracted for like the first 30 minutes of the movie because every time he talks, even the way he talks, I can imagine a cow on his face, and I can just imagine him being a detective, and I was getting excited. I was like, yo, this is Batman. This is the new Batman. And I know some people watching this, they be like, just do the review, but I can't. I had to talk about this. Like, he's Batman, bro. Like, I seen him in one other movie, which was Drop. And even when I saw that movie, I thought he was dapper and he played like and he played a really good guy. In this film, he plays a really good guy too, to a certain extent. He has certain things about him, certain things he likes to be very particular, and he has certain ticks. I'm not gonna say if he's good or bad. I want you to check it out, see how you feel. But the point is, certain people have certain ticks. They have certain things. Like he has this saying his mom used to say to him, like, juice is a privilege. Certain things are privilege. And he grew up really rich, but he's also very, it seems like he's very disciplined in a way. But I would say check it out. But it's just interesting because in the beginning, if I'm looking at him, I'm like, damn, he's such a good husband and his wife so crazy. Oh my God. I'm like, damn, he's such a good man. And then when stuff starts happening, I'm like, his wife deserves it. She crazy, all this type of stuff. But then when certain revelations happen, it makes you look at him differently, and also makes you look at his wife differently. And then also there's more revelations. You look at Sydney Sweeney differently. There's certain things you find out about her. No one is really clean in this film, but certain things happen to certain characters, and it doesn't mean that they deserve that to happen to them because of certain things they've done. And then when you find out why they did certain things, it explains the mind even more. And then the film keeps going and you're like, oh, wow, maybe I'm on her side now. Maybe I understand this. Maybe the government was wrong. It's a lot, but I enjoyed it. Other than that, I gotta say, the way this film ends, I love the way this movie ends. It ends almost like a superhero movie. If you see the movie, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Because it's almost like an anti-hero slash hero slash like a gray line of justice, you know. And I don't want to spoil anything. All I'm gonna say is the way it ends is almost like a wink to the camera, like, you know what's about to happen. We about to take care of them too. And like, it's almost like a superhero movie. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, if they made another movie called The Housemaids and it's part 2, as long as the story's right, and as long as they can paint these characters in a way where we understand why certain things have to happen to these people, then I'm with it. I'm with it. You know, just like John Wick, someone hurt his dog, so we got to see all these people get taken out. So as long as they do that right, where we're not too sympathetic for the people who get their comeuppance. And then also, if they were to do a sequel, it would be nice to see some of the roles reversed. And I'm trying to tiptoe around any spoilers about any characters, but all I'm saying is, let's say some of the roles are reversed as far as who might really be the messed up person in the situation, whether it be a woman or a man or the nanny, whoever might be the really messed up person. Maybe one of these roles are flipped, and we have the housemaid have to take care of whatever, you know. I don't know. I'm trying to not spoil it, but I'm just saying, just imagine if the roles are just a little bit reversed, and I don't know. We would have to see what that's like. And it would imagine a male housemaid in there, and I don't know. It's just, there's so much weird things my mind goes. I just didn't expect for this movie to be as suspenseful, and the story was really good. The story was really tight, and I do say the music in this film was very good. It was very alluring, and it was very it made you feel like they cared about this movie. When I watched this film, I felt like the people making, they really, really cared about this movie. I feel like the moments where this film needed to take time, it took its time, and it didn't rush itself. Because there's a part where this film switches, and I don't want to spoil much, but all I'm going to say is, when certain things are revealed, they could have went faster. They could have cut out more. But I think this film, I think, is about 2 hours and like 10 minutes, or maybe I think 2 hours and 5 minutes. It didn't feel long though. It felt like the right time it needed to be. And I was intrigued the whole way. When this happens, you're either going to be on board or not on board. And for me, I was on board. I wasn't expecting any type of genre switch, and I was not expecting any type of story switches. So when these things happen, I was in the movie like, wait, okay, this is starting to feel like a horror film. Wait, this is starting to feel so suspenseful. This is starting to feel like a real thriller. The way the trailer's kind of painted, it's almost like romance, but like forbidden love kind of deal. Almost is kind of what I got from the trailer, with a little bit of craziness. But this film is really on the thriller, drama, horror, and suspense. And I know some people might not want to say horror, but I really do feel that way, because there's certain things these characters do, and when you watch them have to do certain things to themselves, or they're put in these certain positions, it feels horrific. And the way it leads up to some of those things, it does, and there's certain questions you ask, like, without giving much away, I'll say there's certain questions I had in my brain from the very beginning of the film, and they tease certain things really well. For example, not to spoil anything, but all I'm saying, let's say there's a door that only has a lock on one side. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that door is bad, but it just makes you think, like, why would someone do that? Why would they even be a door like that in the house? You know what I mean? If you see a bucket in the corner, why is there a bucket in the corner? Like, it makes you think about certain things in certain rooms, even if you're very wealthy. Like, why does it seem like you have certain elements of this house in a way where you don't want someone to leave, you know? And it's just interesting. But I think they picked the right actors for this, because Amanda Seyfried's character in the very beginning, she has crazy eyes. Amanda Seyfried is a beautiful woman, but she does have crazy eyes, and she's able to bring it out easy. I've seen her have more doughy eyes and, you know, those kind of lovable eyes in certain movies. And also, I have a bit of a grudge on her since I seen Dear John a long time ago. I'm not gonna get into that. If you've seen Dear John, you know what I'm talking about. And let's have some love for Channing Tatum. She pissed me off in Dear John. Some people love that movie. I'm glad you love it, but I was with Channing Tatum character the whole way. And when she wrote that letter to Dear John, it pissed me off. He's at war, and she just pissed me off when she did that to him. I don't want to make spoilers about it, but all I'm gonna say is, if you've seen Dear John, you know what I mean. But I forgive her, but I still have a bit of a grudge on her. But this movie was great. Take care. It's Deja Know the Names by Love and Light, and this is my review for The Housemaid.